Hello YouTube, Roscoe here, truth in your face. I've been watching a lot of flat earth versus globe earth debates lately and have come to the conclusion that every globe believer that has presented any evidence or tried to debunk flat earth is a fucking retard. Not only are they a retard, they are fucking stupid, they are mental, they are intellectually challenged, and they have no fucking idea what they are talking about. Now, this isn't an attack on all globe believers. If you want to believe in the globe, that's fine. There's nothing wrong with that. If you want to believe in a flat earth, that's fine. There's nothing wrong with that. This is an attack on the arguments and evidence that are put forth by globe believers that are so fucking ridiculous. By the end of this video, you should understand what I mean. But again, this is not an attack on all globe believers. But if you want to present evidence, be fucking intellectual about it and don't present shit like this.
Is the earth flat or round? It's round. Okay, now let's see. How do we go about proving that? Go to the seashore. Go to a seashore and figure out why you can't, if you live on the East Coast, figure out why you can't see Spain from the East Coast of North America.
You are really dumb, for real.
So Bill Nye, the science guy, is actually a moron guy because it neglects a little thing called perspective. We can't fucking see forever because of perspective. Where did you get your fucking science degree, Bill Nye? On the fucking retard bus?
Average American male is 5 feet 9.5 inches tall, which allows a visible range of about 3 miles in every direction from sea level. The average American woman is 5 feet 4 inches tall though, which puts a slight negative modifier on their viewing range, so it becomes about 2.8 miles. That's not a huge variation, but radical height differences can cause that.
But if we elevate ourselves, we can see further, because a perspective allows us to see further. For example,
one of the tallest observation decks anywhere in the world is inside the Burj Khalifa in Dubai, at 555 meters up. From all the way up here, your line of sight extends out to 84 kilometers in addition to whatever you can see based on your personal height. This is so high up that it becomes possible to see the coast of Iran all the way across the Persian Gulf under optimal conditions.
So this tower, 555 meters high, allows us to see the shoreline of Iran, which is 105 kilometers away. That's pretty far, Bill Nye. We're starting to see further and further. But guess what? It still doesn't mean we're on a ball, because if we were on a ball, it would mean that the shoreline of Iran would be over the curve by 394 meters. Therefore, we shouldn't see the shoreline of Iran if we're on a fucking ball. Our perspective allows us to see the shoreline of Iran, which means there is no fucking curve. Not only that, if we span the image from left to right, it is a total of 66 kilometers from this tower. Looking out from this tower, 66 kilometers, and there is no curve. 66 kilometer range and we see no curve. But yet people try to debunk flat earth and try and show curvature over a 10-mile bridge. But yet here you can see no fucking camera tricks on top of this tower, live footage, 66 kilometers from left to the right, and there is no fucking curve. So stop with the fucking bullshit curvature shit. We don't see curve. But that's not it. We can see even further.
The longest line of sight that anybody can achieve on Earth is by standing atop the summit of Dankova in Kyrgyzstan and gazing a ludicrous 538 kilometers away to the Hindu Tog mountain pass in China. This is only possible to see under the right weather circumstances, but nowhere else on the planet is it possible to see something else with your naked eyes that's over 500 kilometers away.
So the height of that Danko mountain is about 19,500 feet is the height of that mountain, and if we stand on top of it on the summit, we can see 344 miles away, and we can see Hindu Tog mountain, which has an elevation of about 17,500 feet. But yet, if we were standing at an elevation of 19,500 feet and we were looking at something 344 miles away, it should be hidden by a curve of almost 20,000 feet. So therefore, all of the mountain of Hindu Targ should be hidden by curvature on the globe ball model. But it's not. We can see it. Because of perspective, the higher up we get, the further we can see. How about that, Bill Knight? We've managed now to see 344 miles away. How's that for science? You stick that science up your fucking moronic ass, Bill Nye. Stop talking shit. What about that soundly video that all globe heads always present, showing the curve over this fucking bridge? How about we take a closer look at this bridge and see the deception, the fakeness, the bullshit that Soundly presents as we watch cars turn into Evil Knievel.
Just came out.
What the hell was that?
Oh my God.
So there we are.
What about gravity? I'm sure Neil deGrasse Tyson can tell us all about gravity.
What is gravity?
I have no idea. Okay, next question.
Wow.
No, here's the difference. We can describe gravity. We can say what it does to other things. We can measure it, predict with it. But when you start asking, like, what it is, I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. Gravity is the curvature of space and time. And objects will follow the curvature of space-time, and we interpret that as a force of gravity. That's probably the best answer I can give to a what is gravity question, or why is there gravity.
I smell bullshit.
National Geographic presented some evidence of a curve. Let's check it out.
Here right now.
Okay, this is the boat-based target. It's horizontal stripes. We're gonna launch a small boat out into the water here with a striped target. Come on, Betty! And as it gets farther and farther out, you'll start to lose the stripes.
One way that Aristotle proved 2,000 years ago that the Earth is a sphere was with a boat test, very similar to this one. As a boat approaches the horizon, it appears to slowly dip down into the water before disappearing completely. That's got everything to do with the curvature of the Earth. If the planet was flat, the entire boat would remain visible.
So it'll be a very visual depiction of the curvature of the Earth.
Tell us when you're ready.
I'm ready. Bring it up.
So it's starting?
Yeah.
Okay, so the test is starting. The test is starting right now. At first, all the stripes are clearly visible. But sure enough, as the boat reaches the horizon, the stripes begin to disappear, one by one. It's pretty amazing. You can actually see it pretty clearly with this camera here. And you see that the red stripe that was at the bottom has completely disappeared, and it's now getting closer to sort of the middle green stripe, that is.
So we've lost about 1.5 stripes
Right. So this can only happen why?
because of the curvature of the Earth.
Now see how stupid, how much deception. If the boat is going over a curve, why the fuck is the horizon of the land in the background above the fucking boat? So what, the Earth curves down then back up again? You fucking morons, National Geographic.
Fucking liar!
The horizon behind the boat is higher up than the boat that you're saying is going over a curve. You fucking morons. And I'm sure we've all heard lately that Earth's atmosphere now extends beyond the moon. The moon is passing through the Earth's atmosphere. I'm sure we've all heard that in the last week. But lo and behold, in July last year, it was the opposite. They were telling us that space is even closer to the Earth than what they thought.
Come on, don't bullshit me.
Well, make up your mind, scientists. Is space further away or is it closer? You don't know because you don't fucking have a clue because you're all fucking morons and you don't know how to fucking present true evidence. Instead, you fucking present this fucking pseudo-science religion to try and make everyone believe in something that is just totally ridiculous. How can anyone believe stuff that you're presenting when it's just fucking moronic? And does the Earth spin? Well, of course it does. Neil deGrasse Tyson will explain.
Everybody's silent, and the ball comes up, and it careens off the left upright and goes in for the win.
Wow.
And I said,
I remember this.
That's what I'm saying.
I remember this
That's
tweet.
what I'm saying. So I'm there and I said, wait, the angle, this, how long is it? So I checked the stadium on its configuration, what's longitude and latitude, and I said, I did a quick calculation, and I tweeted, the winning field goal in that game was aided by a 1/3 of an inch deflection to the right from Earth's rotation.
And now we have snipers explain too.
Terms, the Coriolis effect is the effect that when the bullet leaves the barrel of the gun, it is actually leaving the surface of the Earth. So as the bullet leaves the barrel of the gun, the Earth is still rotating, and the bullet is not rotating with the Earth. So the Earth will actually rotate out from underneath of the bullet while it is in flight.
Only footballs and bullets. Helicopters, aeroplanes, if you jump up in the air, nah, the Earth's not going to spin for you, not going to spin for the plane, not going to spin for helicopters, not going to spin for rocks that you throw, not going to spin for fucking soccer balls. It's only footballs and bullets. When they are in the air, then the Earth will spin underneath them. But that's it. Only for bullets and footballs. You fucking morons. You fucking believe what these people are saying. You are fucking morons. Seriously. I'm sure we've all heard of the Tropic of Cancer and the Tropic of Capricorn. Tropic of Cancer is a make-believe line that runs around the so-called globe in the northern hemisphere, and the Tropic of Capricorn is a line that runs around the so-called globe in the southern hemisphere. How long is this line around the globe? Well, the Tropic of Cancer is 36,788 kilometers in length. 36,788 kilometers in length. The Tropic of Capricorn, which is in the southern hemisphere, is, lo and behold, 36,788 kilometers. Makes sense, yeah? Because it's a fucking globe, yeah? Well, Neil deGrasse Tyson, take it away.
So Earth, throughout its life, even when it formed, it was spinning, and it got a little wider at the equator than it does at the poles. So it's not actually a sphere, it's oblate, and officially it's an oblate spheroid. That's what we call it. But not only that, it's slightly wider below the equator than above the equator.
A little chubbier.
A little chubbier.
Yeah.
Chubby's a good way. It's like pear-shaped.
So people, if the Earth was slightly fatter, slightly bulging in the southern hemisphere, slightly bigger, doesn't matter how fucking slightly it is, if it was just slightly bigger in the southern hemisphere, the length of the Tropic of Capricorn would be longer. It wouldn't be the same length as the Tropic of Cancer. Get your fucking model right, you fucking morons. How far up do we need to go to see curvature? Well, this moron, who was on top of Mount Everest, which is a whopping 30,000 feet in elevation, took this photo, and it was all over the news with the caption, "Flat Earth debunked because he can see curvature." 30,000 feet. But let's not worry about these other people on top of Mount Everest that took photos without a fisheye lens that can see no curvature and shows the Earth being flat. And then we have Felix skydived off this fucking capsule. He was at like 120,000 feet. Surely you can see curvature. There we have it. There we have it. You can see it. You can see the curvature as you're jumping out. But can you really? Because when you look at other camera shots that aren't using a fisheye lens, lo and behold, the Earth is flat and there is no curvature. And not only that, we have Neil deGrasse Tyson say this.
And that dude who jumped out of a perfectly good balloon, what's his name? Felix Baumgartner. He would have been about 2 millimeters above the surface of this globe. That's his edge of space jump. And he wants to, I don't have a problem if he does it, but the honesty of it would greatly diminish what I think people thought he was actually doing. And not only that, they made sure to photograph him standing there with a really wide-angle lens, which curves horizontal lines. So in the photo, you see this curvature of Earth's surface, and he said, "Wow, he's in space, look at that." No, he's not. At that height, you don't see the curvature of the Earth if you are 2 millimeters above this beach ball. You just don't. That stuff is flat. That stuff is flat. That stuff is flat.
If you want to listen to some great Flat Earth versus Globe Earth debates, check out the Flat Earth Debate YouTube channel, which is run by Nathan Oakleigh. There's a link in my description. Check it out. It is the show that's running. He runs the show daily, and there's some great debates. And you also get to learn a lot about our Earth. Whether you want to believe it's flat or whether you want to believe it's a globe, you will learn quite a lot on Nathan Oakleigh's channel. It's quite an informative show each day. But anyway, I hope everyone has a great night and catch up with you soon.